Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard.
Where the Raptors look to take one from a Western Conference team here at the Air Canada Center. A time-honored tradition. The NBA on 2K Sports. Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. A good game here would get this road trip started confidently for the Suns. They've hit a rough spot here early, but still have plenty of time in their season to find their way out.
I mean, during the course of a long season, every team hits what I call a speed bump on occasion. This team is in that stretch right now, but I wouldn't discount them. They've still got a chance to be really good. This could very well just be a bump in the road.
Yeah, but it's a pretty big bump. I mean, they have not looked very good lately. Not at all like we'd expected them to be. And I agree, they'll probably turn it around at some point, but I don't know that that's a given.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Bledsoe and out of the backcourt, and it's Chandler in at the 5.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Morris, left side. No one near him. Misses off the right angle. Toronto had gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. In the last few years, the Toronto fans have made a strong case for being the loudest in the league. And Greg, you know, the Air Canada Center can sound like a 60,000 capacity crowd during the playoffs.
It is really unreal. It gives the Raptors a huge advantage here at home. Toronto and Canada will always be hockey first, but they love their Raptors here in the North.
Knight grabs the board. Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Washington Wizards.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first made in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Carroll with the 3. Knight grabs the board. The Suns have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And he gets it to go.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
The Raptors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Mr. Clutch. Shoots on the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Mr. Clutch has got 7.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Chandler a screen. And Bledsoe, here we go. Here's Tucker. A 3-pointer off the mark.
You can't get into much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
And DeRozan kicks to Scope. No good off the back of the rim.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
No good from Bledsoe.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hunter. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. No good off the pick.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
1:41 left in the first quarter. Chandler is screen. Bledsoe dishes to Chandler. Wide open look. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Raptors leading by 4. Outside DeRozan. And there's the pass to Mr. Clutch. Lets it go with the three. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's distance.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Here's Lure after Toronto at the three-pointer. Feeds to Booker. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. This game against Phoenix here is the first look at the Suns.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Scope. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And again, Toronto with the triple.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Here's Knight. Excellent D there for Scoa.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4.
And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, very vocal leader certainly. He talked about how... Don't you need a player like this, Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork? Have the feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room, which Chandler has got that covered.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for more tightly contested quarters as we move here into the second. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. We've got Booker. Warren is out there with John Lewis. Then it's Alex Len, and it's Bledsoe in at the 1. And the shot by Warren, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Phoenix making a change here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Len. Markieff Morris comes in for John Lure. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. And Sonny Weems subbed in for Booker. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Shot clock at 5. Weems kicks to Morris. Unloads. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Raptors leading by 18. Here's Carroll. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end. You know, guys, coaching in the NBA is not for the faint of heart. Very little job security. I mean, in essence, you get hired to be fired. Let's face it, it's hard to make a bunch of millionaires do what you tell them to when they might be around longer than you will.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Morris. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
And thank you for that, Doris. Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Bledsoe. What's the status there, Doris?
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Phoenix Suns about his status. He told me he's suffering from back spasms, so they put some ice on it and gave him some painkillers. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
Got a hand on it.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Carroll for three. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bledsoe kicks it to Tucker. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Tucker's got 7.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass him.
PJ Tucker, he does all the little things for you, plus some big ones as well. Ever since he came into the league, Clark, he's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
And talking about P.J. Tucker, he's really played the same role the past 3 seasons. Excellent inside-out defender, tremendous rebounder for his size, and he really plays within his limitations, taking only shots he can make and also not turning the ball over.
And the Suns making a change here. Knight's checked in. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Fader on the way, and he gets it to go. Mr. Clutch has got 27.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter. You know, it's funny, we talk about glue guys like Tucker being instrumental to winning the championship, but it's really about trying to find the best guys at what they do. And a case can be made that Tucker is one of the best in the NBA at what he does.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Scola. Here's Mr. Clutch. No luck. Nice D from Chandler. Weems kicks to Knight. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Scola's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mr. Clutch. Chandler with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Bledsoe dishes to Weems. Outside Knight. Outside for Bledsoe. Phoenix, no good that time either. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Alex Len. John T.J. Warren.
Here's Knight. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Knight's got his first basket of the night. Got it off in time. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if they got that shot off in time.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Toronto ahead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Toronto came out looking very confident. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch to open it up. And that'll wrap up our halftime show, the third quarter.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Talk about great numbers for Mr. Clutch. He's got 27 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
Mr. Clutch out there at DeRozan. Then it's DeMarre Carroll. Then it's Scola. And it's Valanciunas in its center. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
And it's denied. They retain possession. Morris sinks the 15-footer. Morris has got his first basket.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
A finish, and he cuts it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket, and don't let them set up the defense.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. The 9-foot shot, and there's Knight. That's good on the assist from Tucker. Knight's got his second bucket of the night.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
It's DeRozan with the drive.
High and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Sonny Weems checks in for Eric Bledsoe.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
And guys, with the Suns last year, you know, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
And stolen by Scola. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Mr. Clutch. And that one's good. Mr. Clutch has got 31.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
From 13, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Well, as our listeners and our viewers know, we love analytics, and pace is how many possessions you see during an average game. The Suns were close, Clark, to 100.
Yeah, only the Rockets and Warriors played at a higher pace than the Suns did, Kevin. And pushing the pace is really when they were most effective.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Len comes in for Chandler. And it's Booker in for Sonny Weems. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And a sloppy stretch for him. Now 2 turnovers in 3 minutes. He's got to focus in and value the ball.
John Lure, he's checked in for the Suns. Len's shot is off.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backcourt.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list. Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
It's Knight with the drive. Phoenix no good that time either.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Warren's checked in for Phoenix. Valanciunas passes to Carroll. Back to Valanciunas. Carroll with a screen for Valanciunas. 4 on the shot clock. DeRozan's shot is good.
Can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
There's the screen. Knight into the lane. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Fast break Toronto. DeRozan leading the charge. The Suns have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Booker with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Now here's Booker. Not a lot of room. to stop the run. In deep, Knight drops it in. Knight's got 4 this quarter.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Screen by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. Offensive rebound.
All he needed right there was simply to set himself up and then relax and shoot the ball. He threw himself off balance for no reason.
Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. And the Suns making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in. Derek. 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Looking to get it going, and that's an air ball. Not even close.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Glenn, a screen. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Soft touch off the glass. Bledsoe's got 9. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Toronto leading by 23. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Bledsoe is out there with Booker, and it's Chandler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Now here's Bledsoe. Tight defense on him. To the wing on the left. The 3. Puts up the baby hook. Chandler kicks to Bledsoe. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bledsoe's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Phoenix. Toronto's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And for the international rules of goaltending, players are allowed to touch the ball after it hits the iron, even if it is over the cylinder.
I'm not sure if the NBA is going to adapt that rule, but I think it wouldn't be a big deal to adapt it because there aren't a lot of times that play happens in the game. I think it would be a small percentage of those plays over the course of a season.
Suns trail by 21. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And here's Morris for 3. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And that's now 7 points for Markieff Morris.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
That shot wide open.
How about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
And the Suns making a change here. Knight's checked in.
Get out, Bledsoe, get him!
Bledsoe kicks to Morris. 13 feet away. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. They're looking changed too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And Curry gets it to go.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Tucker dishes to Knight. Chandler a screen. Bledsoe passes to Knight. Gets an open look and hits.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Raptors leading by 23. There's the feed to Valanciunas. And he uses the glass on the layup. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Chandler a screen. Knight kicks to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. Takes it off the glass.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Morris with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Raptors.
Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with the first victory for this matchup with a 1-0 record against the Suns.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Mr. Clutch. You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. And even 3-on-3 break. From deep three-point range, and again, Toronto with the triple.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
They set the pick. Price dishes to Weems. And that time, also a missed shot. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. There was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, but the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got just a monstrous first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
I don't know if there's a fan base of...
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille...